Okay, going live. April 26, 2019. It's a Friday night. Just got through watching Rachel Maddow. Looking to see if anyone's going to join me tonight on air. I've got the sniffles a little bit, allergy season. Hi, Dreamweaver. Hi, BB. I just got through watching Rachel Maddow, decided I need to get on and do some readings. Hi, Missouri Mom, Linda Ann. Hi, Linda. Rondell in Australia. Hello. Hey, Tammy. Edith and Helen, Susan, Gina. Okay. So Maria Butina gets 18 months today, of which she only has to serve 9 more months, right? And I was just Googling on the internet, looking at what people serve for possession of marijuana and comparing it to how little time she got going against our country, working for the Russians. I was also thinking about Ethel and Julius Rosenberg, who, if you remember back, what was it, in the 1950s, might have been the 40s, I think it was the 50s, that were put to death in the electric chair for supposedly spying on Russians, although it was never really conclusively proven. So I was also looking, a black man in Mississippi was sentenced to 8 years for possession of medical marijuana. Medical marijuana. It wasn't even a marijuana. Medical marijuana. I'm like, oh my God, how did she get off so light? So I'm going to do a few things tonight. I'm going to use cards, but I'm going to start with my pendulum. I'm going to ask my pendulum to show you guys again, just so you can see, show everybody what yes looks like. So if you can see, it's moving towards you for a yes. Show everybody what no looks like. And as you can see, no is back and forth this way. So, will there be any additional charges against Maria Butina? I'm getting a small no. It's almost trying to go in circles, which is sort of a maybe. You like my orange top? It's actually like salmon color. That's how bad my lighting is. It looks orange. So did Maria Butina cooperate? Yes, she did. Did Maria Butina give information that they did not already know? Yes, she did. Interesting. Hey, Tiger. Hey, everybody that's just joined. I'm just using my pendulum for a little bit. So, she gave information that they didn't already have. I guess the question then I want to ask the cards is, what did Maria Butina give up? What did she tell them that they didn't already know? Yeah, that was Artie in the background. He's down on the floor and he's been very meowy today. Yeah, and Trump, remind me in a few minutes, Tiger, about gun control. Trump was at the NRA today. So let's just take a look first at what did Maria Butina give up? You guys know when I'm doing live feeds, I don't angle the camera down because then I can't follow the conversation in chat. Yeah, Susan, they're saying 4 to 7 inches here where I live. We're getting snow Saturday night. It was in the 70s earlier this week, and now we're getting snow Saturday night. Hi, Chloe from Canada. So Maria's going to be deported as soon as her 18 months is up, of which she only has to serve 9 months because she's already been in jail for 9. Oh, I'm getting that she gave up a little. She didn't give up a lot. She gave a little. I'm getting she gave crumbs, but let's see what she gave up. That fell out of the deck. Yeah, I'm outside of Chicago. I'm out in the burbs, about an hour and a half outside of Chicago. She is the messenger. Maybe she gave up more information on who was sending messages to Russia. Let's see. Oh, wow. I think she gave up information on Emperor Trump. Stealing the election. Some of how they stole the election. You know, her tower moment was behind her. She was arrested, thrown in jail. But it's also what I'm feeling is it's how they blew everything up in our election. At the root of this are the Republicans. She gave up info on the Republicans. Interesting. Crowning the reading, she had a plan. It looks like she's going to cause Trump great anxiety, and burden him more. So whatever she gave up burdens him more, as well as the Republicans, because they're at the root of this. She did illuminate things. This Knight of Cups keeps showing up. Whenever Trump shows up in a reading, the Knight of Cups shows up with an offer, an emotional offer. I'm getting it now. It was an emotional offer for her to offer up anything because she was giving up information on Trump and Russia. She gave up info on Trump and Russia. And about the money. She gave up info on the gifts of money. Wow. Okay. So I don't think we've heard the last from probably in the redacted portion of the Mueller report. So I'm going back to my pendant for a minute. We got several people from Tennessee. You know, I'm from Tennessee originally. I'm from East Tennessee originally. My blood is orange. Go Vols. Okay, so there's 14 other cases that were farmed out by Mueller, right? That are called out in the Mueller report. 14 other cases. Are any of the cases that were farmed out about Republican involvement in the election? No. About Republicans, any Republicans' involvement? Are any of the cases involving any Republicans' obstruction of justice? Getting a no on that also. Interesting. It's a very small no. If it was a big no, I'd get a bigger swing. So I think I'm getting close to what the question should be. Is Mitch McConnell mentioned in any of the farmed out investigations? Yes. Is Lindsey Graham mentioned in any of the farmed out investigations? Yes. Okay. Is Devin Nunes mentioned in any of the farmed out investigations? Yes. So there are there are Republicans, I might as well call them Russians, right? there are Republicans that are mentioned in the farmed out investigation. So that's interesting. Devin Nunes's cow. What was the other Republican that was called out in the Mueller report? I can't remember his name. That was a back channel to Trump. Worse than Devin Nunes. What was his name? Richard Burr? Is that him? Okay, so is there anything in the farmed out investigations about Richard Burr? That's a maybe. It's going in a circle. It's getting big. It's a big, yeah, that's a maybe when it goes in a circle, or maybe in a roundabout way. Trying to think. Yeah, Charlie, they need to be increasing these sentences. These light sentences are really pissing me off. For those of you just joining, I was talking about at the beginning. A black man in Mississippi was jailed for 8 years, or sentenced to 8 years, for possession of medical marijuana. It wasn't even just plain marijuana, it was medical marijuana. And this person who interfered in our election and worked with the NRA gets 18 months, of which she's already given credit for 9 months. So Trump's at the NRA today, and he was saying how the Democrats were doing a coup, that they attempted a coup on him. And I think it's really funny because Trump, as we all know, always projects what he's doing. So when he says lock her up, it really means he should be locked up. Everything he accuses everybody else of, he's already doing himself or has done. So would Trump like to stage a coup? That's a yes. That's a yes. All his love of these dictators and everything, would Trump like to declare military law? That's a yes also. He would like to be a dictator, basically. So let's ask the cards then, Mr. Trump. Will you be blocked from declaring martial law, military law? Yeah, Phyllis, she got she was sentenced to 18 months, and because she'd already been in jail for 9 months because they knew she'd go running back to Russia, she only has to serve 9 more months. Big whoop. So, Trump, are you going to try to declare martial law? It's already blocking all these subpoenas, not cooperating. Are you going to try to declare martial law? And will you be successful? I say no, because I think the U.S., we would all storm Washington, D.C. Yeah, here he is, his erratic behavior. He's hard to predict. He's really hard to predict what he's going to do. Mr. Erratic. Sociopath. So the whole family would like to do martial law. So they're behind it. His challenge is Nancy Pelosi. Oh, he feels out in the cold right now, and in the recent past, he feels out in the cold. Nobody loves him anymore. He's thinking about it. He's thinking about it at the root of this. He is actually pondering and thinking about it. It looks like he would be blocked. What I'm getting is that they're going to get more information on money, money things, money laundering, taxes, all that before you can do anything, and judgment will come down on and over money issues. Illumination, over money issues. And I'm going to say money laundering in particular. This is my money laundering card. Dreamweaver, I'm worried about the Dems and journalists too. Let me just ask, is Trump trying to incite people to attack Democrats and journalists? That's a yes. We know the guy who sent the bombs, when was that, last year or year before, to like Obama and Hillary and everybody, is getting out of jail soon. Which is like bizarre that somebody could do that and get out so quickly. Let's just ask, will journalists in the US and Democrats be safe? Moving to calmer waters on the bottom. There's money behind it. Here's the moneyed woman is behind also like paying people, because I've got crowning the reading, gifts of money, source of income for them, trying to pay people to incite violence. The challenge is agreements and the bonds that are made. At the root of this, anger over the Mueller report. Recent past, it feels like recruiting young white men. That's the energy I'm feeling off this card. The evangelicals and the young white men, that's the energy I'm feeling they're trying to recruit. There is a burden to this. They have a plan. They do have a plan. But there is hope also. It's a 50-50 right now. It's a 50-50. They would like to do destruction. They would like to do harm in the name of Trump. In the name of Trump. So let's just put them all, journalists and Democrats, in our healing circle and surround them with protective white light. They're pissed over the Mueller report, although most of them probably haven't even read it. Let me ask this. Has Trump read personally himself the Mueller report? Has Trump read the Mueller report? That's a no. He doesn't know how to read. Why would he read it, right? Chloe, I support anybody that is investigating Trump, and Pelosi I will back 100% while she's trying to get the facts out of all of this. And any Democrat that's trying to get research and get the facts out of this while they're doing all these subpoenas. I think it's better that we stick together and get things done than to start sowing discord and not going in with a plan of attack. And Nancy is very good at figuring out the research, the committees, steering that up. She's not really gung-ho on impeachment, although she seems to sort of be wavering lately when I've seen comments from her. Excuse me, sip of tea. I've been doing personal readings all day, so my voice is a little shut. Well, Nancy was voted in as our Speaker of the House, so I think the only thing we can do is stay behind her. And yep, exactly. Stronger together. Thank you, Nancy. Yeah, I agree, Tammy. Barr needs to be impeached. Let me just ask. Well, yeah, it's really funny. One thing that came up, I think it was in Rachel's show, that Barr is going to be testifying to the House again, and it was kind of funny. Rachel said something about, why would you want to talk to him? Because, he's lied and painted a totally different story on the Mueller report. So my thoughts initially when I first heard it was that they want to get him in front of the committee so they can get him on obstruction of justice, get him talking, get more information under oath. So let's just ask, is the House bringing in William Barr to testify as a way to get more information on him for possible charges against him? That's a yes. Is the House thinking about impeaching William Barr? Is the House thinking about impeaching William Barr? I think it's undecided. It's just shaking. I don't know if you can see that. It's just vibrating and shaking. So I think that's undecided. But I think they want to get him talking and get more information on him. Good question, Katie. Will Barr try to interfere with the SDNY investigations? Yes. Will Barr be successful at interfering in the SDNY investigations? That's a no. So let's do a reading on that. Barr trying to mess with SDNY. I think it's the lighting's making me look glowy. This is actually like a salmon pink color. It looks orange on camera with my lighting tonight. And how will Barr be stopped? Because the pendant says he will not be successful. Yeah, he's got a plan. He's charging into the SDNY. Does anybody know what sign William Barr is? Is he a fire sign or? He's a Gemini. It's interesting because he's showing up here as King of Wands. I thought he was a Gemini too. I thought he was the same as Trump. Seems to be a lot of Geminis for some reason around Trump. He's showing up as the King of Wands here. So he thinks he's being open and honest, but this is also someone who's planning, who's making plans. He's making plans. His challenge is harvesting it. His challenge is harvesting the plan. At the root of this, he's being strong. He's being very strong, deliberate. In the past, all the illumination that's come out over the Mueller report. Crowning the reading, it looks to me like Adam Schiff will be his biggest problem. Adam's been showing up for me lately as the King of Hearts, and I feel his energy on that. Looks to me like William Barr may even travel up to New York, travel card. But he sees New York also as the vehicle, the vehicle for taking Trump down. There's going to be a change of fortune for William Barr and the thieves, the thievery going on. And he's going to get a new perspective. So I think he's going to learn more. Yeah. He's going to learn more about how Trump won the election, and it's going to cause some big changes. Big changes. We'll be celebrating. So there's more still to come out. Now, my feeling is a lot of what's farmed out to these other districts is a lot of the financial stuff, because Mueller wasn't supposed to be investigating the financial stuff. But, as he's doing the investigation, as things came up, he passed it along to the other districts. Don't forget the FBI sat there in his office because he was coming up with so much information. So every time I read on Mueller in like December, January, February, it kept showing like he was waiting for info on money. He was waiting on info for about the money. I think he was waiting on all these banks to send information back. So Deutsche Bank, Cyprus Bank, there's Chase Manhattan, Bank of America, all these banks. So I want to know, I'm going to ask, in the other 14 cases, are there investigations being done on the money? That's a yes. Just going to ask my pendant to show you a little bigger. It's swinging towards you guys. That's a yes. So, in the investigations that have been farmed out, is Trump still being investigated further? That's a yes. He's still being investigated. So, he's not out of the woods. He's not out of the woods anyway, because they'll get him on obstruction of justice. But I read the other day on will they impeach? And I was getting that they would start the impeachment proceedings, but then someone called out it's up to the Senate to act on it. So I'm just going to ask, will the Senate act on impeachment? Just to clarify, because I had a few comments on that video that people were getting confused. Yeah, it's good to see you live, Linda, too. I'm seeing several of you that I haven't seen in the other live chats. So, will the Senate follow through on impeachment? Searching for answers. Interesting here. I'm getting Turtle Man showing up as Emperor. It feels like they will betray us. The Senate will betray us. their challenge is the loss to their party. At the root of this, there are still other investigations and other judges, other cases that will be coming out. So those things will seriously impact Trump anyway. Nancy's crowning the reading here. Nancy Pelosi, Turtle Man here in the past, blocking everything and not supporting impeachment. Here's Trump in the future, sitting on all his money. It's kind of like a 50-50 of whether the Senate would go through with impeachment. Communication. Yeah, because they're talking to the president. They're going to talk to the president. So are they going to do like they did Nixon and say, look, you're going to be impeached? They're going to be talking to the president. They're going to talk to the president about all their donors and needing their money security, with their money, and trying to tie him up. I think they're going to try to get him out of office quickly before impeachment. I think they're going to pull some tricks and try to get him out of office quickly before impeachment, before they can act. That's what I'm getting. So they're going to do kind of like what happened with Nixon. They do start in the House. The actual Senate has to pass it also, and has to act on it. What's Mitch's fate post-Trump? Let's take a look at that. Little Turtle Man, did you guys see, brought the Russian oligarch that they had sanctions against, that they lifted, brought his company into Kentucky. He and what's the other guy from Kentucky? The little curly-haired dude that went over to Moscow, the other senator. Shoot, can't think of his name. Do we have a troll in here? Rand Paul, thank you, Rand Paul. Brought in this Russian oligarch's company to Kentucky to do aluminum and steel. So hi, Light and Love, my friend. That's Christine that did the video with me, you guys. So he brings in this Russian company. So I'm like, make America great again, my butt. Taking business away from American companies by bringing a Russian company into Kentucky and bragging about all the jobs it's going to bring. It's what is the guy's name? It's a guy that works with Deripaska. Yes. I can never keep all those Russian names straight. So let's look at Turtle Man and Rand Paul trying to drum up business with the Russians in our country, not putting America first, putting the Russians first. We have Alcoa and other steel and aluminum companies. It's probably to build the wall with. There's articles on the internet about it. NBC News and different places have articles on it. You can read about it. Turtle Man, Mitch McConnell, what's going to happen to you post-Trump? going to lose his mind. He's going to completely lose his mind. Hang on one second, guys. I have to turn my phone off. I forgot to mute my phone before I started. Okay, so Turtle Man, he's going to be doing some gaslighting too. He's going to be spewing garbage to make excuses for Trump. Mitch McConnell. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. He's showing up here as the moon card, full of secrets and treachery. It's been going on a long time. That's his challenge. It's been going on a long time prior to Trump. It's been going on a long time. Down here at the root, he's waiting on his harvest. He's been a messenger. Crowning the reading, he's trying to hang on to what he's got, but in the near future, post-Trump, he's not liking what's offered to him because it's justice, money laundering, Putin. Yeah, his winning at all costs. He's going to be out in the cold. And he's going to be a star player in this legal. He's got a legal challenge coming up. He's the star of the court case. He's going to have a court case. That's what's going to happen to Mitch McConnell. He's out in the cold. He'll be leaving. Let's take a look at Lindsey Graham too while we're looking at the scum of the earth, right? Lindsey Graham in the closet, but everybody knows. Have you guys been reading the Mueller report? There's actually some stuff in it about just lost my train of thought because I was focusing on Lindsey Graham. There's stuff in it about communications that they had over the tapes, the compromat that Russia has. So far, everything in the Steele dossier is being proven. Lindsey Graham. I think Nancy Pelosi might have a few choice words for him. Nancy came out and said that she would investigate anyone in Congress who also was obstructing justice or compromise also. So let's see, Lindsey Graham. He's trying to be strong. His challenger is who he's in bed with. I don't want to know who he's in bed with. Well, we know who he's in bed with politically. He's worked with people on dark money. Oh my God. Justice is crowning him. It's getting ready to come down on his head. it feels like in the recent past he had an offer he didn't like. Oh, that's Pilar, my blind and deaf cat. Sorry, she gets very loud when she howls. He's had an offer he didn't like, and I'm just going to ask, who's that from? Well, a messenger was sent to him about money, so I'm going to guess that the offer was from Trump because he doesn't do any of his own dirty work. He sends messengers. But near future for Lindsey Graham, his legacy that he's going to be put in defense mode. Justice is sitting on him. He's going to be put in defense mode. It's going to be over money too. He'll be retiring. Judgment's coming down on him. Might even be going to jail. Yeah, it's over. It's over moneyed proposals, and he's going to be separated from his seat. He'll be out of the Senate. Bye, Lindsey. Not soon enough. Katie, I read on that, I think in my last live feed, and it looked like that it might actually come out because the Russians do seem to have compromat. So let's just ask, is there a PP tape? Yes, there is. Will we get to see, will the PP tape be released to the public? Oh, that's a no. That's a no. Will the court system and investigators find the PP tape? Will they see it? That's a maybe. A little bigger, please. That's a maybe. That's a maybe that the investigators might get to see the PP tape. It's not like something they can put on YouTube, right? Oh yeah, the spa ring with Robert Kraft, and Robert Kraft just got in more trouble over that. I saw the other day. So let me ask the pendulum first, and then I'll lay cards on that. Is Trump a part of the spa ring in Florida? It's a yes. Can you show us a little bigger? It's a yes, but it's kind of a small yes. So like maybe back a house. Is Trump involved in child trafficking? No on that. No on that. Has Trump had sex with underage girls? Yes. It's really funny when I'm asking about Trump's sex life here, it's giving me like not as big a swing as I usually get. It's almost like they don't want to talk about it. So, Trump, are you going to get caught for being involved with these spa rings, taking advantage of women and underage sex? I feel like he's paid somebody off to keep quiet about it. When you get the same cards, but they've got different energy. You feel it. You feel the cards all have multiple meanings, and I read energy, so I always pause and read the energy. It's interesting. Trump, for the first time, usually, I've got certain cards that he shows up in. He's never shown up for me as the King of Wands. The King of Wands for me is someone when they're planning or investigating. And Trump was in on the plans is what I'm getting here. He never shows up as the King of Wands for me, but he's in on the plans. His challenge is death. This is going back to Tarot's Apprentice reading the other day where he whipped out the death card on Trump. What does the Mueller report mean? Death. He's got his challenge is the changes that are happening. His challenge are all the big changes that are happening around him, and it's because of the Mueller report. So he's trying to hang on to what he's got. He's very emotional over here in the past. There is someone's going to be talking. This is card of communication. Someone's either going to be talking or there's emails that are going to tie Trump in. Near future, the Tower. It's going to shake everybody up. Investigators looking into it. Waiting before indicting, though. There's a battle going on. Waiting before indicting. Yeah, they're still searching for something. They're still searching for something, connection. It feels like Trump's going to be gone before they get to this. It feels like he's going to be gone before that. It's just going to be another burden on him. It's just going to be another one court case on him. So, free will always affects timing on things. Trump, who is stubborn as all get out, is really hard to figure out when's he going to go. When's he going to get fed up and go? But I just wanted to do, and I'm going to ask my pendulum to show you guys really big. I was doing this the other night, looking at it. Will Trump be gone by the end of 2019? Show them bigger, please. That's a yes. Will Trump be gone by August of 2019? That's a yes, too. So will Trump be gone by July of 2019? That's a yes. Will Trump be gone by the end of May? That's a no. Will Trump be gone by the end of June? That's a maybe. That's a maybe. So my pendulum is actually saying July, possibly June. My card readings, when I've looked at it, it's looked like August. Timing is really hard to do with tarot. I always tell people when I look in days or weeks, I might be off 1 or 2 days or 1 or 2 weeks. When I look in months, I always say, keep in mind the month before, the month after, I might be off a month. But that's actually a little sooner than I thought it would be. So that tells me they're going to get a lot of the financial information soon. So let's take a look. From these banks that they've subpoenaed, will they get information? How will that information affect Trump? How will that information affect Trump? All the banks they've subpoenaed. How will that information affect Trump? It affects him in the White House. Might be what gets him out of the White House. Yeah, ones for me have to do with communication, plans, creativity. Communication can come in many forms, whether email or verbal or documents. Yeah, so the information from the banks looks like to me a Russia bank in particular, Russia bank. The challenge will be all the documents from them, tracing it back to a Russia bank. So like, if money was sent from Russia to Cyprus and then to Deutsche Bank, making the connections back to a Russian bank is what I'm getting. That'll be the challenge. They're waiting for it. But they're battle weary. Here's Mueller, started this investigation, sent it off to the other districts to finish up. Crowning the reading, how's this going to affect Trump? It's going to affect America. It's going to affect America because of the ties to Russian banks. Dark money that they work together on. He's going to be out in the cold. He'll be out. He'll be loaded up with lawsuits as soon as he's out the door, and sword of truth. Yeah, he's going to be embattled because of all the money proposals, and it's a new beginning for him, but it's a new beginning in court, basically. Oh, and Republicans. Yeah. Republicans that were in bed with him in Russia. Let's not forget there are a lot of Republicans that have financial ties with Russia even before Trump came in. Got some new people joining. Hello, everybody. Let's ask Katie, does the FBI have surveillance on Trump? No. Is anyone in the White House wearing a wiretap? Ooh, that's a yes. Well, who's left in the White House that would wear a wiretap? Is Ivanka wearing a wiretap? No. Yeah, they were talking about the proffer that she did with Mueller. She was like just feeling them out, did this proffer thing. She was basically trying to get information on how much Mueller knew. Basically, she was, kind of like acting like she was cooperating, but wasn't really cooperating. All right, let's ask Kellyanne Conway, are you wearing a wiretap? I'm getting a yes on that. Whoa, Kellyanne Conway? Okay. So is Kellyanne's husband, George, distracting Trump because he knows his wife is wearing a wiretap? It's a yes. Oh my gosh. I was not expecting that. Let's do cards on it. Kellyanne and George Conway. Kellyanne, are you wearing a wiretap? Are you spying on Trump? Are you spying on Trump just to be get information to save your own butt? Victory card on the bottom. She's trying to save her own butt. Wow. She's waiting on the harvest. You know, she's wearing a wiretap, waiting on the harvest, waiting on him to say just the right thing. Look at this. The challenge is, emotions overflowing, but also look at it. It looks like wires. It looks like wires. The challenge is the wires. She's had a big shakeup here in the past. It's like she's had a big shakeup with Trump. Oh my! I think the lovers of spat have had a little spat. Wow. She's being patient. She's being patient right now, but she's had a falling out with Trump. Wow. Now it's getting interesting, isn't it? At the root of this, she's looking for answers. She's listening for answers. She's wearing a wiretap. She's listening for answers. Crowning the reading, investigators. Looks like she might have, this can be Mueller when he was in investigative mode. He might have connected her up to FBI to do this. Near future brings illumination. Winning at all costs. She's going to lose friends over this one. Who cares, right? It's a big change of fortune. And secrets coming out. The plan is off the ground. Also involves, she's trying to get information on overseas stuff. And his betrayal to the country. She's battle weary. I find that really interesting because, I wondered if she was in trouble. Let's just ask the pendulum real quick. Manafort gave all the poll information to Russia. Well, the poll manager was Kellyanne Conway. So, where did he get the poll stuff to give to Russia? From Kellyanne. Kellyanne, were you in trouble over giving poll information to Manafort? Yes. And as soon as they knew that Manafort had given poll information to Russia, which is all over the Mueller report, then naturally you're going to go to the pollster for Trump's campaign, Kellyanne, right? So she's in trouble over giving poll information to Manafort. So let's just ask again. So Kellyanne, are you trying to get information for the investigators to keep yourself out of trouble? Yes. Wow. That's a little breaking news. Hey, Susan. So yeah, let's ask it that way, just to confirm, Juliet. Good way to ask it. Did Kellyanne Conway cut a deal with Mueller or other investigators? A little bigger, please. That's a yes. She's got a deal. Wow. So George, her husband, is probably just trying to create all this chaos to keep eyes off of her that she's got a deal. Interesting. Let's see if that all comes out. Sure, Adeline. I don't do personal readings when I do live chats. I just stick to my political readings. Yeah, that was a little interesting. Oh, Paul Ryan. Every time I've read on Paul Ryan, I've gotten that he's going to get in trouble. He and Turtle Man were at the convention when the convention was changed to be more lenient towards Russia when the Republican platform was changed. Mystic Bella, my pendant, this one is clear quartz. I've had several throughout the years. I have another one that I really, really love, but since I moved, I haven't been able to find it. That swings a little bit broader. But this one's clear quartz. I prefer clear quartz, although I have used rose quartz ones and other types of stones. The best thing to do when you're buying a crystal pendant or any type of pendant is I hold my palm under it, standing straight, keep your shoulder straight to it, and ask the pendant to show you what yes looks like, and ask them to show you what no looks like, and ask them to show you what maybe looks like. I don't know if you can see it's going in a circle now. For this one does maybe in a circle. I have had other ones where the circle was my yes. So every pendant's a little different. So I always ask, and I always try them out, in the stores and see which one resonates with me and works the best. So Paul Ryan, now that he's no longer in Congress, how's his future looking? Yes, he is, Alex. If you go back to my December readings on Pence and Mother, that came out in one of my readings way back. It might have been November even. Oh, Ryan. There's Russia on the bottom, Mother Russia. Ooh, he's about to have a change of fortune, like sitting on him right now. His challenge is his gifts of money that he's taken. Wow, that is sitting on him right now. That means like in the next couple of weeks, it's sitting on him. Yeah, in the past, he left. He thought he was going to calmer waters, getting away from the trouble. He's a hanged man at the root of this. He's a hanged man. Crowning the reading, patience, tempering. Wait for it. Near future, and I mean like near future, because it's sitting on him right now, his change of fortune. Near future, he has a proposal. It's an emotional proposal. The Knight of Cups. It's an emotion-based proposal. He's trying to hang on to what he's got. There's a new beginning with him, and it feels to me like it's involving investigators. Yeah, they want to know, the investigators want to know about the secrets that have been going on a long time and how they've betrayed our country and the government. So it looks like they may be trying to do a plea deal or do some sort of deal with Paul Ryan, making a proposal, going to make him stay awake all night. Wah. Yeah, he's played some dirty tricks. He's taken money from Russia. The fact that, Mother Russia's showing up on the bottom of the deck here. He's taken money from Russia. Do we have a troll in here, guys? Yeah, Sandra, I was one of the first to read on that. Eddie Lampert and Mnuchin. I see them going to jail. Here, I'll ask the pendant that too. Is Eddie Lampert going to serve time in jail for his $2 billion? So yes. Is Steve Mnuchin going to serve time in jail for his actions with Sears? It's a yes, but it's a smaller yes. So it feels like it's almost trying to go into a maybe. It feels like smaller time than what Eddie Lampert's going to serve. Eddie was CEO there. Dreamweaver, no, I have not heard about that. Defense Department abruptly breaking away from scientists they had previously worked with. A yes, but a smaller yes means probably less jail time than Eddie Lampert. So, Defense Department broke away from scientists they had been working with for a long time. Let me see if I can get anything on that. Hey, John. Ooh, cards are flying out on that defense question. It's about money. It's about money. Defense Department quit working with scientists they've worked with for a long time. It's a sort of betrayal. Remind me a second. We'll look at Rosenstein. It's definitely coming down from Trump. It's definitely coming down from Trump, this Defense Department thing. It feels like there's a moneyed woman behind this. Wanted to give the money to someone else. They passed judgment, and they're working with new people, and there's money behind that, big time. Someone directed this. Trump just put it into action. That might get tied up later. That might change later because Trump's going to get tied up later. Let's look at Rosenstein. I loved when pre-Mueller report, when Rosenstein was standing behind Barr while he was doing his stupid speech, right? I love Rosenstein staring straight ahead, not blinking, frozen, just like straight on. And everybody else was kind of moving around. He was like, you could read in his body language, he did not want to be there. He was not supporting. Rosenstein. I think he's just been yesing Trump to buy time for Mueller, who he named, for Mueller to finish his report. So let's just ask Rosenstein, what do you think of Trump? Are you supporting him, protecting him, or do you want him out? He's feeling victorious, so let's see. How many ways can Trump show up in a spread? Oh, man. Yeah. Rosenstein's trying to show good judgment here. His challenge is the thief. So he looks at Trump as the thief. Here's Trump at the root of this, the smug merchant. Here's all the money he knows that he took in the past and everything that he's done. Crowning the reading, he's thinking about America, trying to keep a lid on the emotions. Near future, he's trying to knock Trump down to size. This is also a spy card, so it can kind of show, Rosenstein's playing a double-edged sword a little bit. But here's Trump the fool, trying to make plans with overseas, and Russia in particular. Rosenstein knows he's in bed with them, been working with them, and Rosenstein has been trying to allow time for the investigators to work out all the details of who Trump's in bed with. So he's just been doing a balancing juggling act. I don't think he's a bad guy. I really don't. Unless the pendulum is back up, and that'll be my last spread for the night. So is Rosenstein protecting Trump? So no. Is Rosenstein protecting Mueller? That's a yes. Does Rosenstein like William Barr? That's a no. He doesn't like Barr. That's why he stood there like a statue, like this, during that whole time that Barr was talking. Yeah, I think he's just trying to make sure that he stays there. Even now that the Mueller report's out, he's trying to stay there until all the stuff comes in on the other investigations. Let's just ask, will Rosenstein stay at least till August? So yes. Will Rosenstein let us, America, know if Barr tries to stop the SDNY investigations? I'm getting a slight circle on that. So what I'm feeling is in a roundabout way, like he'll have someone leak it out in a roundabout way is what I'm getting. Well, good night, you guys. Thank you all for joining me. Spur of the moment. I just thought it'd be fun to get on after Rachel and try to catch up a little bit. Thank you again for joining me tonight. It's always fun to see you guys. Tomorrow, I keep saying this. I hope to do a channeled reading for you. I've been sitting in the energy for 2 weeks now of someone, and I won't give it away yet. I think you guys will be surprised who wants to come in next for my next channeled reading. But we'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for joining me. Thanks for watching my videos and supporting me. We'll catch you soon. Bye.